Breaking into or out of the Atlantic bubble will soon get more difficult.
The lack of travel demand, combined with domestic quarantines, means that sadly, we can no longer maintain our full Canadian network of service.
WestJet says the Atlantic bubble has obliterated demand. While largely seen as a public health success, there have been other consequences to keeping most travelers out and making others quarantine for 2 weeks upon arrival.
If they pushed that thought forward, they would have said, well, we might be shutting down our airlines.
For some residents, WestJet's service cuts are no surprise.
It's understandable that things are going the way they are because of COVID. Nothing else we could do.
Right now, I probably is the right thing to do. I don't think anyone is traveling.
Very few people are, so several airports in the region raised their user fees to help compensate.
This really was a last resort decision, and they have to find a way to generate some revenue to keep the lights on and the runways open for essential service.
But those higher fees are another factor cited by WestJet. The airline industry across Canada is waiting for help from the federal government. In New Brunswick, where WestJet will no longer fly, the Premier says a plan to bring that service back is urgently needed.
Not only a long-term view on what's best for New Brunswick, but also a short-term fix to have access.
But this professor expects the return of service to smaller communities to be slow.
Many of them were losing money or at best breaking even money, even in the good times.
WestJet says it is committed to returning to Atlantic Canada when the situation improves. Until then, passengers whose flights have been canceled will get a WestJet travel credit, but no refunds. Jacqueline Hansen, CBC News, Toronto.